my name is Alana and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here we discuss all things luxury, but I have a particular favoritism towards handbags. So today I have a handbag review video for you. This review is going to be on one of my most complimented bags in my collection. It is the Jacquemus Le Bambino Long. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite handbags in my collection by one of my favorite designers. The bag that we're reviewing today is the Jacquemus Le Bambino Long bag. And this is one of the first bags that I've had in my designer collection, and I've been using it for quite a while now. I've had this bag for, actually, I would say about 6 months. So I've gotten quite a bit of use out of it, and I do feel that I can give you guys some tips on this bag if you're looking to buy it yourself. So first off, let's talk about the exterior of the bag. So the bag comes in a cowhide leather, but this is like a suede type material. So this is the front of the bag here. It says Jacquemus in gold, and it has this magnetic closure that opens and closes at the front here. The magnet is located right under the tip of the bag. Then we have the side profile. And the side profile is actually important to note because when you see the space on the side, this is really representative of how much space is truly in the bag, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And we have a back pocket on the back of the bag. Now, it's not a huge back pocket, but if you had any type of tickets or receipts that you wanted to keep with easy access, this is a great spot for it here at the back. And then we have our one leather handle right over top here. And this is the only way that you can wear this bag. It is not detachable. So keeping that in mind, there isn't a way to add an additional strap or to take this off completely. Now that we've seen the exterior of the bag, let's get into a little bit of information about the bag and about the designer. So Jacquemus is one of my favorite designers, and I do have a couple of his bags in my collection. One thing I love about Jacquemus's designs is that they tend to be very modern and very streamlined, and I really love that about it. This adds to him being, a contemporary type designer, and I feel like his pieces look so chic because of this. One of the things I also love about this bag is that it is a timeless piece. This is such an elegant shape that I think as much as it is a modern style bag, this is something that will not go out of style. Another great thing about Jacquemus is that he produces his bags in several different colorways and a large variety of materials as well. So you can get this in like a shearling material, you can get it in cotton, you can get it in leather, and this will all vary with the price that you pay. But going into prices for this bag retails for $950 USD and around $1,200 in Canadian. Now the reason I say around $1,200 is because if you were to go on the Jacquemus website, you'll only be able to pay for it in USD even if you are Canadian. But you can get these from other retailers such as Holt Renfrew, Farfetch, or Essence, and I purchased my bag off of Essence. Now, one of the perks of purchasing these bags from another party is that you can also get these for some really good discounts. I got this just after Christmas, so it might have been a part of a Boxing Day deal, and I was able to get a huge percentage off. Now, I don't remember the exact amount that I paid, but I do know that I paid under $1,000 for this bag when it typically would retail for about $1,200. So that is a really good savings, absolutely. Now, we can move on to the interior of the bag and how it looks and what it holds. So, getting into the interior of the bag here, and as I am trying to show you, you can see one thing about this bag that can be a little bit cumbersome, is that this bag does not open all the way. And even, this is me giving it quite a bit of force, and of course I don't want to push it too much because I don't want to ruin the leather that I have here, but because this bag is so structured, it isn't the easiest to get in and out of. So the way that I pretty much have to get in and out of this bag is I will like hold it like this with my hands and kind of pry it open this way, and then I will like look into it and grab whatever I need. So I will say that is one thing to note about this bag. It is a little bit tricky to get into. But when you're inside of the bag, you have a linen lining on the interior, and it is a light beige kind of color. And then you also have a little slit pocket at the back, so that would be good for holding any cards. But that part is also going to be in leather. And then there is a Jacquemus stamp on the on top of the leather bag as well, which is really cute. And that is about it. But I do want you guys to take note of the space that we have in this bag, because from the exterior it could appear deceiving of how much can fit in this bag. Now, when you look at the bottom, and as I said when I was showing you the side as well, this space in between truly gives an accurate representation of the space that you're getting inside of the bag. And I will say too, when you're filling this bag, you really can only fill it to, I would say, about this point. If you were to fill it any higher, then you would have issues with closing the bag. So that is something to keep in mind. Even though it seems like it can be, you know, it can hold quite a bit, I would still consider this a small bag, maybe even a mini bag. Now let's do a quick little what fits inside. Now, as I've said, this bag doesn't hold a whole lot, but you certainly can get your necessities in this bag. So I chose a few of my go-to items to put into this bag. So I love carrying my compact wallet with me. So this is the Louis Vuitton Rosalie coin purse. And as you can see, I have it pretty stuffed. However, it still is a compact wallet, so it's not going to take up too much room. And as you guys can see, I'm kind of struggling to hold it open and put it in. This is one of the things about this bag, I will say, like, that is very difficult. Okay, so I put that in there, no problem. The next thing, of course, is our cell phone fit. This is the iPhone 13, and it does fit. I would also say if you have a bigger size phone, you should have no problem fitting it in this bag, seeing as how long it is. Next, we'll do some hand sanitizer. I will do a lip gloss, and then my mirror. And that actually fits perfectly. So if you guys are able to see, I will flip it around, and this is how everything is lining up in the bag. Now, there is a little bit of room closer to this far end here, and typically that is where I would put like my car keys, my car fob. So there is room to add one or two things more, however, definitely not a whole lot more would fit in this bag. So here is what the bag looks like when it is full and closed up. Now, full disclosure, I did have to rework a few things in the bag in order to get it closed. And the reason for this is the fact that if you look on the side, it's really shaped as a trapezoid. So because it's so narrow at the top, you have to have things laid a certain way so that it's skinnier at the top than what you have at the bottom. But nonetheless, with those things, we are able to get it closed. Now let's get into the wear and tear of this bag. Now, considering I haven't worn this bag all the time, this is not what I would consider an everyday bag, and that's mainly because of the suede type of leather we have here, but I still would say that it is held up pretty good. The only type of wear really I see on the bag is maybe this back corner here, and it looks like it is like slightly darker here, so I'm not sure if that's because it is rested down this way, or if that's because that it's rubbed up on maybe like a jacket I had, or even I could have wore denim with this. So that is the only thing that I noticed that is because of wear and tear. One thing though that you do have to take note of is that because of this light color and the suede material, it transfers very easily. So for example, there was a time I was wearing foundation and I had just touched my face like this just to move the hair out of my face, and I touched the bag, and then I noticed that there was a light mark of the foundation that transferred from my hand onto the bag. Now, typically, you wouldn't have to worry about that. If it was more of like a smooth leather or even a grained leather, you would be able to either A, kind of wipe it off, or B, you just wouldn't see it at all. But again, because of this material, you'll notice marks and stains very easily, so please keep that in mind. And again, this is not where I'm saying that like my foundation completely rubbed off my face. It was literally just like a little swipe like this, and I noticed that it carried over. So when using this bag, yes, you have to make sure that of course your hands are clean, but that you're avoiding any spills or messes, stuff like that. It is a little bit harder to take care of in that sense. But again, having said that, when you see it just kind of standing like this, there aren't any other wear or tear issues. Now, one pro to that also is the fact that this bag technically I would say has feet. So no, it doesn't have like 4 little metal pieces at the end, but it does have this part that is raised from this section of the bag. And because this part of course is sealed here, it does keep it elevated and doesn't allow it to get dirty at the bottom. So that is a nice aspect to me, and I feel even if the corners get a little bit of wear because they are what's touching the table, for example, then I'm okay with that. I would prefer that than of course it getting on the actual leather itself. Some pros and cons of this bag, and I'm going to start off with pros because I really do enjoy this bag. So the pro of this bag is that this is available in so many colors, and there's a color and type of fabric that works with everyone's kind of daily life, or there's something that you can always add to your collection from this specific type of bag. I love that. Secondly, the design of this bag is so beautiful, and I truly believe it's a timeless piece. This is one of my most complimented bags, and in fact I will say this is my most complimented bag. I have truly been complimented pretty much everywhere that I have worn this bag, so I do know that this is a bag that appeals to a lot of people. And then finally, I do like the fact that this is a mini bag, that it can still be a little bit versatile. Yes, it has a shoulder bag here. However, if you wanted to use this as a clutch, you could by tucking in the strap and then just closing up the bag. So again, this is a mini bag, so you're not looking to carry so much in here, and if you had maybe your phone or card holder in here, you would still be able to tuck the strap in and use it this way. So those are some of the things I love about this bag. Now getting into the cons of this bag. As I said, I do really like this bag, so I would say that the pros outweigh the cons. However, because of the material, and this is specific to my bag, because like I said, not all of the bags come in this finish for the leather, but it is very hard to keep clean. You have to be very mindful of the material and what you've just touched, and if you're touching your hands, what the weather is outside, because this bag in this color can be difficult to care for in that sense. Another con I would say for this bag is that it is tough to open and get into. As I mentioned, this does not open the whole way, so it does make it difficult to get your hand in and out of the bag and even just look for your belongings that are in here. And then also when you're even working with what's in your bag, you do sometimes kind of have to play Tetris to make sure everything fits in here properly so that the bag can close. Now overall, would I recommend this bag? I would say yes, 100%. I would even consider getting this bag in a different color. I really do like it that much. Now, keeping in mind some of the pros and cons that I did mention, I would still recommend this bag, but I would say try and see if you can get it on sale. As I mentioned, if you buy this through other retailers like Essence, Farfetch, you can get some really great deals when these bags go on sale at the end of the season. Now, even if you were to pay full price for it, I do think this bag is really nice. However, like I said, if you can get a deal, why not? If I see any deals for this bag when I upload this video, I will also link them down below because I really do think that this is a great bag, especially for summer. Okay, so we've come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting at all, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and comment down below. I really enjoy talking to you guys in the comment section and hearing your opinion on the things that we discuss in this channel. So speaking of which, please let me know down below which Jacquemus bag you are most interested in. He has a couple of really popular ones, but which one has caught your eye the most? I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.